In this video, we tackle the challenge of rebuilding all the railings on our 78-foot yacht. This time, it's all about construction, designing and welding over 50 custom stanchions, restoring our original teak rails, and staying true to Tangaroa's classic look. But how do the new railings stack up? The big question is, did we nail the look? You decide. We are getting railings. It's kind of a late Friday night, and we're moving the railings onto the boat. But first we got to get them to the marina and then bring the boat into shore. So we borrowed our brother-in-law's Jeep and his trailer, and we have 4 20-foot panels of aluminum for Tangaroa's rails. These are new railings that we have to walk all the way down that dock to the end. I think we can do it. He's
so heavy and sharp.
Okay, 2 more down the dock.
Better than trying to load him into the tender.
Yeah, come on, Maggie. Maggie, let's go. Now, if you're asking why we're bringing them all the way down the dock before we bring the boat in, we don't want to leave them in the parking lot because it's expensive metal and we really don't want it stolen. So this is a scoop. We have brought the new railings down to the dock, and now that Safari, which is the big boat that's at the dock, is usually there, he is gone. So we are going to deke into the dock, fill up with water, and pick up the big pieces of aluminum that both Blaine and I are extremely sweaty from carrying all the way down the dock. So now we're on the dock, and we are taking this metal right here, 20-foot lengths, onto her. Oh, look at the hammocks, Izzy. They're up and running. Izzy's gonna find a hammock. And we're gonna put some railings on today, at least the port side. So it's gonna be awesome.
I need you to pull that rail in until, once again, this starts to step away from the edge.
It took both of us to do this, as I had to bend the teak in to match the curve of the boat, while Blaine measured the angle of the stanchion.
That is 9.
You're using this little protractor?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then you're measuring it, the angle, because of course every one of them is different.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna see it. Like, I'll show you from this angle. Look, none of them are the same. So he has to measure the angle for every one of them and make every one of them custom. And he comes over here and cuts it. Wait, but don't you need your little protractor?
Nope, because I've got an angle gauge on here.
Okay.
So I just have to set my first angle, which is going to be the 12, which is there. Okay, safety squint.
Safety squint.
Yeah. And then
So bad.
down to 9. Which is there. And then I've got this piece, which is my height, or my length that I need. So I line it up on my edges here. And I lay that down. So right about there. Lock that down. Double check. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Safety squint.
Yep, safety squint. we go.
Nice. And after each stanchion was made, it was time to tack it into place. The hardest part was welding the railing around the doors that were already there. We are planning to replace these doors sometime in the future, probably with aluminum.
Needs your help. You need to go on the other side of this door, and I need you to make an adjustment for me.
Come right to the door?
No, you're just going to the argon tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the argon tank, there's the main on-off valve, and there's like a little T valve.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll see two gauges there. One shows pressure, and one shows CFM or CFH.
Yeah.
Okay, set the CFH one to 20.
This is on the left.
Uh,
The low numbers, 25, 50.
yeah,
Set it to what?
20.
Do I do that with the gold valve?
Yep, the T valve.
That's at 20. Well, did you just click it or somehow?
Yeah, is it still at 20?
No, it's 15 now. Now it's back to 20.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. My important job is back. I have to work the pedal. It's a really hard job. You have to have a good pedicure for it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go left foot. Oh, we should be welding right next to a propane tank.
Hang on. No propane leaking. It's closed.
Okay.
I'm not getting any heat over there. I'm gonna have to change some stuff around here. I think I'm gonna have to. Damn it. Never mind.
You okay?
It's just annoying because I get everything set up one way and then I have to fucking undo everything and do it a different way.
He's annoyed.
Can you knock this strap loose?
Yeah.
Or a ratchet strap, sorry. Thank you.
You want it right loose?
That's fine. That is loose enough.
What he's doing is he's using ratchet straps to try and get this in place and held in place on where we need it before we weld everything together. And it takes a lot of finagling and a lot of little movements to get it put where we need it.
Can you pass me the fork now, please?
Because boats bend.
Oh, damn it. That's in the way now, too.
What?
Oh, that's the clamp that for my ground. Everything. Everything's in the way, Janice.
I'm noticing.
And that is still not far enough back. I'm gonna have to put the other. There we go. Expertly done, honey. Expertly done.
How'd you do? Oh, those look great, Blaine.
They're gonna work.
Looks awesome. You gotta come to this side now and do these ones?
Yeah, I've got to, now I've got to take it all back apart again and then pull that door and rail out of the way so I can weld the back side of that.
Okay.
Which is going to be challenging.
Are you gonna do that today or call it?
I might start taking it apart and then figure it out from there.
And then it was my turn. The upper rail needed to be ground down a bit to allow room for the flat panels to be put into place. The window at Blaine. It fit perfectly?
Yep.
Now what are you doing?
I got to screw it to the bottom of the wood.
Screw it, baby, screw it!
Temporarily, and then I'm gonna put 4 tacks around the base just to hold that one in place, and then I move to the next one. And then to the next one.
Sounds like a
And
fun
then to
job.
the next one. Oh yeah. So much fun. There's worse jobs.
There is. Are you taking a break?
Just gotta wait for that extension to cool before I can stick it back on there.
You're so... They're looking really good though, Blaine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one you just welded.
Yeah.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well.
You just welded the bottom?
What's that?
You just welded the bottom?
Yeah.
Nice bead.
Thank you.
I was impressed with his skill. Nice bead. Is that what you say? Pearl, bead, what do you call it? Nice laying of dimes.
Oh, there you go.
Is that what it is?
Dime stack.
Nice dime stack.
Thank you.
The video under your bum.
Waiting for the boat to swing a little bit more to block off a little bit more wind.
Yeah, it's a bit too windy. Boat's got to swing. Swing, Tanga, swing. Here she comes. Get ready.
Just like the aluminum underneath, the cap rails were pooched. They had areas where the screws were fired down through for the verticals that had rotted away and left big rotten chunks of rail that were fairly close proximity to one another. So you couldn't really use much of that cap rail. To work around this, our friend Eric took the original lower cap, or the lower base rails, which were 2-inch thick, big curved chunks of teak, and he basically rebuilt the cap rail. Now, being able to save that rail material was really handy because teak is fairly pricey and hard to get these days. So we were able to remake all of that with material that we already had on board.
Yep, that beats Blaine's butt. But look at Eric's back on board. Eric, what's your company's name again?
I don't have one.
What do you mean, you liar?
No, I don't. I'm
Oh.
just me.
Eric is a woodworker extraordinaire if anybody needs wood done.
I just help. I just help people.
But look at,
My
he's
butt.
got the new rail and it's going in.
Look out. Ah.
It's gonna be awesome. But if you want Eric's contact us. I'll send you to him. You're hiding. Well, that's the scarf joint.
Oh, hey, I can work up front. Can
Oh yeah, the front's empty.
Sweet.
I just got rid of all the wood from up there.
Ah, perfect. Look at all.
Oh, there's the last bit of our railing. Big.
I think it's gonna work.
Failure's not an option.
No.
So, what did you rectify here? Did you go half-half, or did you go all the way up?
I went as close to all the way up as I really could.
So, like an 1/8 from the top?
Yeah, just enough where it's going to make the minimal impact on the upper surface.
It has been 2 years since we took these railings off. Can you give us an update?
They are very close. I've got to, so we just had all the rails finished up. So now they've got one piece, a rail, all the way around on the lower rail. So now I can build up from there. So I've got aluminum panels that are going to come up, and they're going to go from this lower rail to the upper rail. And then after that, I have to build reinforcement buttresses.
Did you fix your screw up over here?
Not fixed yet, but I have everything I need to fix. So I cut this part just a little short, so I've got to cut it even shorter and then put a scarf joint in to extend that out farther. So this guy's going to be the extension piece that's going to go in there.
You know what scarf joints mean? Scarf joints mean Janice has to go through, router them all out, and put Sikaflex in. Just more work for me too. I would like some railings for this winter.
I would like some railings for this winter. Very much so.
Please. Please.
Working on it.
Okay. I will let you get at it then. And just to let you know, this is Blaine's first ever scarf joint that he's made himself, because he is the first one to tell you he is not a woodworker. One scarf joint.
Look at me, I'm a woodworker. Hope that's the wrong piece.
Oh. Oh my gosh, you actually kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah, I gotta adjust it a little bit, but close.
What's happening? She doesn't want
She
you to
doesn't
work,
want me to work. She wants love.
but you're trying to.
I'm trying to work, yeah.
And then she gets in your
But
face.
she keeps crawling right into my face. Yeah,
But she's so cute.
she is. She's a sweetheart. I don't mind taking a break to give her scratches.
Maggie, you're spoiled rotten.
Absolutely, she is. And if I
Why are you making another scarf joint right here?
to make it match.
That side.
Oh, deadly!
Damn, look at you go. You're like a woodworker now. How'd you become a woodworker?
I don't know.
Maggie, what are you
It's a
doing?
natural progression. Okay, I gotta do a little bit of cleanup on the bottom here, just to get it angled down and. Yay.
Woohoo! Still working on
re-prepping.
rails.
Yeah, I didn't like how a joint was fit here, so I just re-sticking it. So I've got a.
Blaine now thinks he's a professional woodworker and he does all his own scarf joints. He doesn't trust anybody else to do them.
If you want something done right.
Did you even know what a scarf joint was before this whole project?
I did.
You knew it was called
Yep.
scarf?
I didn't know it was called a scarf joint. Yeah.
I did not. So which one are you redoing?
This one here, but I do have to stick that one as well.
Did you just make that one?
I didn't make it. I just broke it loose and then I'm redoing it because it was kind of at an angle.
You weren't happy.
I wasn't happy with it. So I'm redoing that. I got a piece of wood here on the ground that I'm going to clamp down on it just to hold it straight.
Oh, that's my piece of wood to make plugs.
Exactly. So I'm going to use that to keep it flat and hopefully that does the trick.
No, you don't need help putting that on. You don't need help putting that on.
No, pops right on.
Pops right on. Sounds like you know what you're doing. At first, we planned to join the stanchions with a flat aluminum piece in the teak rail, but matching the boat's curve was a nightmare. Switching to individually embedded stanchions made the job easier and the fit perfect.
Ta-da!
Let's see what Blaine did. It's clamped. That is one way to get a rail clamped and straight. It's quite ingenious, actually. Yeah, that will keep that joint nice. It'd be so nice to have rails. Oh, so nice.
I don't think you're gonna. I don't think you have any idea how happy I'm gonna be when this rail job is done. This has been a flippin' horrendously time-consuming job.
But this was your plan.
It is my plan.
But we only have to
It'll
do it
be
once.
fantastic, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be not going to be looking forward to it at all. Like, yeah, it's going to be so nice.
Lane is getting our rails ready to put on the aluminum that's up there. You think we can do it today?
Hoping so.
Hoping so?
That would be really nice.
It's going to change the whole look of this boat.
Oh, absolutely it will. It's going to look phenomenal.
Phenomenal!
Well, in relative sense.
Once we sort out this stuff.
After we got the lower cap rail on, it was time to figure out what we were going to put in between the upper and lower cap rails. Originally, there were big, wide panels, so solid aluminum panels, painted panels that filled that entire area. We had debated possibly putting in individual stanchions in there. At the end of the day, Janice really loved the look of the flat panels, so we decided to go back with that again. Now, we had the original paneling for that, and we had debated using it. However, we needed to get the paint off for starters. And I have got a buddy that does a little bit of blasting. He took them, blasted a couple of sections. They were in pretty rough shape as well. So rather than wasting the time and the money to blast a huge amount of surface area, we decided to just buy new metal. So we got some 5000 series aluminum, and we basically rebuilt all of those side panels on the boat, and of course left them bare to match the hull.
The first step to putting on the flat panels was to attach aluminum angle to the teak rails. This would give us something to attach the flat panels to.
Totally have to flex it into place. Ah!
Catch it?
Ooh, I did.
Nice catch. See things roll off.
Lightning fast reflexes. You probably didn't even see my hand move, it was so fast.
So fast.
There's not one there yet.
And we're using black Sikaflex to bed the rail down. It looks good.
Got a couple little wobbles I'll have to tap out with a hammer, but...
Okay, first rail going on. I'm a little bit scared. Okay.
For good reason.
Yeah, we can't drop this overboard.
Too much.
Okay. Let me get...
Suction cup. So we got these that we're going to have to go under, probably is going to be the best bet. So we'll shift it through and then lay it up and tie it up at the top. And then I'm going to fire in, starting on my end, screws, and go along, and then you can just keep holding it in on your side.
The whole thing actually has to go out and in.
Yes.
And that L will be on the inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
How far down is this one going?
If you look, actually probably the best thing for me to do is, if you want to just hold it here so it doesn't fall overboard, I'll make a mark and you'll have to line it up on your side, or we'll have to trade sides. It might be a better idea if we just trade sides.
Okay.
But you just hold it in the middle here for a sec while I make a mark. Actually, okay. So we can go ahead and go outboard if you want. That's too tight. I can't get just.
Where am I going?
I can't get this section in. It's too tight.
I need to lift it. There you go. I lifted mine.
It's not yours lifting. It's just not sitting down far enough. That works. Okay. Take a break again.
Okay. Talk to the camera. It's right there. In your face.
We're
Okay.
gonna take a break here.
Attempt to number 1.
Yeah, we just have to make some adjustments.
Fail.
Not a fail.
Learning outcome.
Requires minor adjustments.
Yeah, if you drop that and take all the putt off of there.
That's what I'm thinking. Just take that lump down to flat, and then that should suck that up enough where I should be able to cram
But then
this
you're gonna
in
have
there.
to bed that also.
Bed what?
That.
This?
No?
Don't have to bed it. We can just run a bead around the outside.
Okay, pass me
Around the
camera.
outside. Around the outside.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna shave this down a little bit because there's a little bit of a hump here.
There's a hump.
So I'm gonna make that flat, and that should lift this rail up.
My hump. My pretty girly humps. That's not
I
how
don't
the
think that's
song
how it
goes.
Yeah, so that should lift that up enough to be able to sneak the panel underneath it. This is kind of the only spot that there's no give. The rest of it
No
we can
give.
just...
No give.
You're just on a roll here. The rest of it, there's a little bit of room where we can lift up the rail and move it around, but that kind of makes it fixed. So I'm gonna try that, see how that works, and go from there.
I wanted to take all this off anyways. Oh, look, I can just bring it inwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to use my grinder.
You might end up having to take that off so you can pull it in more. Cool. Try that.
Watch that. Sorry.
Map,
That scared my feet. Okay, you ready for round two?
Let's do it.
Did I get this side? Oh wait, it's already there. Oh, I forget where it is. Oh, that's your boob.
You can grab my boobs all you want.
You have the screws ready.
Yep, in my pocket.
Drill ready.
Bringing it closer.
Bring everything closer.
And this is my first one right by the handhold. Perfect.
You got waves. Where you're lined up before I pop the railing.
What's that?
Close.
Yeah.
I haven't popped this railing yet.
Yeah, there we go. But hang on, let's slide it forward a bit.
Forward?
Yeah. You come in.
Looks good.
I think it's going to do the trick. Next. Alright, so I had to go and have a quick look and see how the rail looks. Even though it's one piece up, I have to check it out. Because there's been a lot of effort that's gone into this. Ooh, I like it. Oh, that's going to be nice once we get all the pieces up. Almost looks all right. It'll do. There's the mark.
Unfortunately, not all the pre-cuts fit. Some of them needed a quick shave before being put up.
All right, we've got one side rail fitted up. Looks so much better now. I've just got to get I got to do a little bit of trimming right here in the middle, just to get the two panels to fit together really nice. And then we're also decided we're going to do some borders there as well, because top and bottom, I cut those before we have the panels or the rails completely built, so they're not perfect. There's a couple of little spots where there's some gaps top and bottom, so we figure we're going to do like a 1-inch strip aluminum that can bend, and we're just going to trim out the top and bottom, and then there's a couple of spots where we'll have them vertical to where we seam in the panels together. So I got to do that. I got to make some reinforcement brackets on the back, things like that, but at least we got some panels up now.
And then it was time to work on the port side. On the ends. Why 5200 there and 291 on the thing?
Well, what I found with the 291 and with the teak deck caulk is it's not strong enough for the scarf joints, and it flexes too much. I'm hoping the 5200 will be a more permanent glue joint.
Oh, that's goopy.
Yeah, the ends have to be a little bit thicker because it doesn't compress as much there.
Yeah, they're gonna be goopy.
Okay.
Okay.
5200 is a little bit thinner as well, so it's sagging.
Okay, get past me.
Okay. Let's lift this into place. So really what we have to do is support this joint right here, so that's a good place for you to be, right on this scarf here, because that's where it's a little flexy.
Okay.
So I'm going to go a little farther back here.
Oh, I'm going to be walking with this scarf.
Just a little bit, not much. It's only got to go about 1.5 feet, so you might not even have to walk with it. Okay, you ready to flip?
Yep.
Okay, which way are you
outwards.
flipping? Okay.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay, keep coming back, keep coming back. Okay, right about there. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Gotta go forward just a hair.
Forward my way?
Yeah. There we go. Right there. All right.
You're in control.
Okay. That one's on. That one's on. That one's on. 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 This drill is not quite strong enough for that one. There we go. All right.
Happy?
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Couple screws.
I gotta go do the one in the back, and then I gotta do all the middle bits.
Look at this. It's up. It's been 3 hours later. Did you get
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
that? Okay, 1 week. Now I got that song in my head, Blaine. Okay, are we ready for round 2? Actually, this will be round 4. Take off those seat clamps, baby. This is the hard one. This is the hard one.
Yeah. I'm hoping it just fits. Even if it's just temporary, I'm hoping it can be bolted into place. I can trim it later.
Okay, please, 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 please send us your thoughts and prayers that it's going to fit. Not thoughts and prayers. That just sounds bad. Can you put it down before we slide it around?
Sure.
Thanks.
Put it right down around.
It's okay. Okay, go. There.
It's on?
Stop for a second. Back. Right there.
Curses.
What?
Same thing as the other side. It's way high in the top.
Curses! Way high on the top.
Yeah. So no, we're not going to be able to do that. Let's table the angle drill, the red one.
Red one. Okay. Makes this a lot solider.
Solider?
Solider, isn't that a word?
Solider?
More solid? Solider.
A lot more solid.
Solider. That looks good.
Yeah. So I got a big gap up here, but so I said trim pieces gonna go a long way.
What do you mean by trim pieces?
Just covers up the top and bottom edges. Just
Are we
because
going to attach them?
these panels are so long and so awkward that it's almost impossible to pre-cut them. So there's gaps in places that I've got to cover. So I'll just have to. These will be a little bit more tricky because they're compound, but the straight ones on the side will be.
Are you going to weld them or bolt them on?
Screw them on.
That'd be cool. I think it'll be like, what do you call it? Steampunk.
Sure, that works.
No?
Yeah. Steampunk is yeah, that could work.
And of course, we had to make sure that all the screws were evenly placed.
Right there. Hi, Maggie. Okay, that should.
Oh, that's the support.
The other support for that side.
Okay, let's see.
So I can get that one all. Well, I gotta remember how I went down. I gotta wait for the wind the boat to swing the other way. This one?
Yeah. We need to
Probably.
sand that before you put it on.
Yep.
Or before you put on the L brackets, because there's plugs and everything that'll have to be sanded down. And this.
Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm just doing measurements for the cut on this one panel.
Okay.
So no panic on sanding that stuff down.
Okay, looks good.
This one might actually be fairly easy to cut.
Looks like it is. We are almost done with railings. Except for bedding them all, but we could do that next summer.
Yeah. We could just get them on there for now, and I mean the important bedding is done. The lower rail down to the wood to keep the water from getting in between those. The other bits are less crucial.
That looks really good.
Just have to trim this side down, and
That looks really good, Blaine. Blaine is just cutting this last little piece. We had to do the tabbies. I like the tabbies, actually. Okay. I'll go down here. You got a nice guide there. Don't cut the teak.
that'll be bad.
That'd be bad. That'd be bad. Don't go close. Huh?
I was apologizing to Maggie. I scared her.
Oh. Oh, that fits.
Yeah. A little.
Ooh. I have to say, I love that we have our back railings up again. It gives us just a bit more privacy.
Yep.
Are you happy?
I am. Very.
It looks so good. I'll get the broom if you clean up, lift everything up.
Yep.
Ooh. You look good, honey. 4 years later, here's the big before and after. What do you think? Did we nail it or not? Let us know. If you're curious about how this all started, check out part 1 of this project. We destroyed all the railings on our 78-foot yacht. You'll see the mess we uncovered under those old teak rails and the big decisions we had to make to fix it. Don't miss it.